my very first question to you is, tell us about your experience dealing among the small kids, how they are learning, how they learn, how they play, and tell us about your experience.
It's been a wonderful experience. In fact, we are India's first and only accredited online school for nursery to grade 8. And the early years segment forms a very, very important component for us because these are the children who need choices at a very early age. They need a lot of engagement, they need a lot of task completion rates and all those kind of things. So with technology coming in, we are able to handle them much better than most traditional schools are. That's what I'm told by parents. So I can only give you the parents' opinion. And we're growing in terms of the number of students that we have in this particular early years segment. So I think we must be doing something good.
Okay, sir, so how do you see National Education Policy 2022 doing in this foundation learning segment?
I think it has a very profound impact because it talks about 2-3 different things which have not been spoken about with such great stress till now. One of those things being accreditation. It talks very clearly about having accreditation parameters for schooling. I can speak on this because I am the only Cognia accredited, I represent the only Cognia accredited online school in India. And this gives us a kind of a quality framework to work on certain parameters and take it from where it was built earlier for earlier generations to where it would be built for future generations. So that's one thing, accreditation. The second, of course, is they have kind of widened the scope of the early years. So they have taken it from a much earlier age to a much, let's say, grade 1 and 2, put them together. So which gives teachers to experiment with a lot more at a very early age. So they have more years to play around with. So much deeper and more thoughtful learning for the child. That's two. And the third thing that I think which comes at top of my mind is technology. They want to integrate online and technology into the whole fabric of traditional schools, which is very, very important because children are now children of WhatsApp generation, the children of Instagram and Facebook generation. So I think we in NEP is kind of pushed it in the right direction.
So sir, do you think this much of interaction and exposure to technology to such small kids is good, or what are your views on that?
Children are anyways getting a lot of exposure, no matter how much we run away from it. I mean, there are parents who I've seen handle them, they give the mobile phone to the children so that children don't cry. So why cannot we not give children the exposure to a much more purposeful and meaningful technology, which could help them kind of learn on their own, more intuitive learning. So that is, I think, I mean, everything has good and bad aspects. So I think technology right now, it's ready to be used in the right direction. We're trying to experiment with that in our classrooms and we are getting very, very good response from parents, especially for this age.
So sir, what are you, as according to you, what are the features of a good education institution, good online education institution?
Good online education institution should be able to do one thing. It should be able to treat every child uniquely. It should be able to give you a one-to-one kind of learning opportunity where I am able to separate you from the rest of the class or the rest of the age group and tell you, okay, by the way, you need more engagement with, let's say, phonics or mathematics or literacy or whatever. So that's one thing. Good online education should be able to differentiate between children and treat each one of them as unique. The second, of course, is good online education should be flexible in the sense that I'm ready to teach you at your time and your place. So which means that your place obviously comes in because it's an online school, but your time means that, there are lots of children who would want to study for 2 hours a day in the evening because they want to go to an academy in the early hours of the day or do something more career oriented, something more meaningful. They want to explore music, art, dance, yoga, those kind of things. So we should be able to give them the flexibility to engage at their time because then that is where the learning curve would be the highest. So I think these two things come at the top of my mind for being a good online school.
Okay sir, that's to the point and very nice. Thank you sir. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much.